Hello, Seeker, and welcome back to the Sword of Truth podcast, the chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series with a thundercloud of craft beer on the side. I'm Nate.
And I'm Jade.
Oh, really? Just a two-person podcast? Huh? This is how you break the news to me.
To be fair, it was my phone. I just, hit the button, and it autofills. You hit the button a bunch, and it just, writes what I've written a bunch.
Interesting.
Aaron's here, too.
Interesting, because you'd think that if you always do the notes on your phone, you've done a lot of notes on your phone, and they would be like, oh, hey, I'm an AI, I'm smart. I recognize that Aaron's been a part of the podcast for a while.
It doesn't.
And Jade
It doesn't.
just was like, I can't even think if we have a third person. No.
You know what's going to be really funny? When the next episode, it's in there, because it did remember you on the next one. I don't know why it didn't on this one.
So you're saying I need to be mad at an AI?
Yeah.
I will never be mad at AI.
Well,
I love AI. AI is great. Don't come after me. No, so we have a screen where all of us, while we record, can see the notes, and I just happened to read in front of the intro before Jade and Nate had read it, and couldn't help but notice that, yeah, it goes, I'm Nate, and I'm Jade, and on this episode, and I was like, huh.
You motherfuckers.
Yeah. Oh, I exploded at him.
Yeah.
And
I was confused. I didn't know why I was freaking out.
I meant it in good fun, but I was definitely trying to play up the fact that I was legitimately angry. And then I was like, shit, this would sound so much better on the podcast. So I kept telling Nate, just hit record, and I wanted you guys to start. And then Jade saw what the mistake was.
She caught it. Yeah.
I found it. Sorry, ruined it for you.
Nate did, in fact, find out on record, though. So I apologize for interrupting the intro. I do believe you were about to tell us what this episode is, Nathan.
Oh, yeah. Today, we are going to be officiating Chapter 7 of Temple of the Winds.
Oh.
Are you going to be doing that?
I could.
Yeah.
I've recently become legally ordained. Become. I've become.
I am become.
Wow, yeah, no,
death.
I did said that. I am.
I'm sorry. It was a big moment for you. I didn't mean to ruin it, but I had to.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, you are ordained.
That's why I'm not worried about people reaching out and really being like, yo, do you want to marry us? Because that's what it's going to sound like that.
Well, first and foremost, you can. You can now.
Yeah, I can.
You can marry people.
I can legally perform a marriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you would have been useful. Yeah, you would have been useful in this chapter.
Yeah.
I could have been.
Maybe you could have slid in,
Where?
a key phrase
I
or
think
something.
Just due to,
I meant during the ceremony.
being humane, I probably wouldn't marry someone in this specific situation.
Oh,
but we can get into that.
You wouldn't marry two people if it helped stop a plague?
Well, I guess when you put it that way. Fine, but I'm playing under protest. That's what you say, right?
Playing under protest.
I'll do it, but I'm not happy about it.
Okay. But yeah, so you are in fact an ordained person.
Yeah, I can perform weddings.
That's
it true?
Did it tell you in there are you a minister? Or are you a pastor? Are you a father? A padre?
My
a minister would be ministering.
Title
something,
is
right?
minister.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Though,
Is it minister?
You're not ministering anything.
He's
I don't
administering.
know exactly what the rules around it are, but yeah.
But that's great.
Yeah. Cool. It's a legit thing.
That's cool.
Anybody wants to get married by your favorite podcast host, let them know.
I can be the head of the Church of Kahlan.
And then yeah, but then when you let your favorite podcast host know and they can't do it, you can ask Nate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mean.
Yeah.
I made you number 2. That's pretty good.
Mean.
I'm fine with number 2.
You're in my top 5.
Anyways.
Thank you. That's a very nice honor. I appreciate that.
Are you ready?
I am ready. Yes.
I am.
Let's do this thing.
No, I'm not ready, because this is going to be the last thing, and it will help explain the energy that I had in that intro. Guys, I'm upset, okay?
He came here very upset today.
Yes. So, little behind baseball here. This is episode 1 of a batch record session. We are doing the next 2 chapters, batch record style, so we will be doing them back to back. And I have feelings, and those feelings are not good. And I am going to do my best to not be a pure negative Nancy and Debbie Downer for the next 4 episodes that 2 episodes for everyone, the next 4 episodes for patrons.
Yeah.
I'm going to try not to be a Debbie dickhead, but there's a chance that I will be, and I apologize for that. But just know there's a lot going on with me right now, and it's because of these 2 chapters.
Well,
And we just opened our beers. This is episode 1. So next week for the regular episode of the it's going to hit hard, I'm sure.
So I'm apologizing ahead of time. Jade, I am ready to start the chapter.
well, I'm so glad you're here with that glowing energy to bring us
you.
into the episode.
Me too.
An eerie calm hangs over the summit of Mount Kimmermast.
Hey, Jade. I something happened with my headphones there. Can you just back up about 2 words, please?
Mount Kimmermast, right?
Nailed.
Close?
Okay, yep.
Yeah,
I've been saying Kimmermost.
Kimmermast.
I think that's
Kimmermast.
I think that's what the audiobook
Kimmermast?
I don't know. They're on the mountain.
And there are dark clouds gathering in the sky. The air is unnaturally still. Magic.
Okay.
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure.
It's
Magic.
all magic-y.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of like the Keep? How just outside the Keep it's like warm and even though it can be February and 6 degrees outside, maybe this is kind of one of those areas where it's just kind of
Makes
protected.
sense.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is quite literally magic in the air, and I'm sure that could affect temp.
Well, I think we've talked about before. It's like it's a mountain top, so there's a lot of wind up there.
Oh,
The
yeah.
last time they were up there, it was
Yeah.
super fucking windy. So this is weird. Right?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot they mentioned how windy it was last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we know for a fact the top of it, we're halfway up the mountain, is really fucking windy.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
won't claim top. That seems dishonest. It's not.
You climbed a mountain and
I
it was
did.
windy.
Around halfway up, it was still very windy.
Yeah.
You climbed a mountain and it was windy. There's no lie in that statement.
That's true. That's true.
Kahlan's watching Richard as he dismounts, and Drefan offers her his hand, but she ignores it. She pretends she doesn't see it at all because she's
Nice.
not about it. She's like, we are not friends or lovers at this point.
Solidarity with
Yes.
Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
fuck yeah.
They're also not married yet, so fuck that guy.
Also,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Leggy and Kara guide the brides and grooms to a crumbling garden structure, and Kahlan sits beside Dref, and Richard sits beside Nadine.
2 happy couples.
Yeah,
they're paired off. Do you guys picture these benches right next to each other like I do? Or like,
Oh yeah.
like separated, there's like a
They-
walkway kind of a deal?
They said they were like 2 benches apart.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're right there, all within eyesight of each other.
Yeah.
And
Not next to each other directly, but close enough.
so the tension in the air is thick enough
Palpable.
to where you could cut it.
Yeah. Plus, it's
Yeah.
hot and muggy, and that's never comfortable anyways.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Leggy and Kara, accompanied by the 6 sisters, initiate the wedding ceremony. Richard objects to the wedding at this point. He's like, hey, this is not my motherfucking free will. We are being coerced.
I love this fucking move. Like,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today. And Richard's like, I object. And they're like, sir, that's not actually how this works. And he's like, don't care.
See,
That comes later when he's like, does anybody object? Then you say your shit.
I disagree with you because Richard, you agreed to this marriage.
Yeah.
Okay? You know what's going to happen if you don't get married. Do you think now is the time to fuck around? Do you?
Semantics.
You are the seeker of truth, my man. Use that on yourself right now. This
Yeah.
is not the time to fuck around and find out.
I mean, I can kind of sympathize with this. I see him saying, okay, yeah, I'll do it. But also, I'm going to try and figure out any other possible way to get around until the 0 hour. And it's got to happen. I'm going to try and figure something out.
Well, yeah, I mean, the spirits use their own weird set of requirements and rules and semantics to get by and make
Yeah.
it work. So why can't he, Like, try anyways.
Oh, I get it. And as someone who loves to say the phrase that I am playing under protest, I realize I'm a bit hypocritical here. However, again, I'm upset. I'm struggling. I feel like everyone is a child in this chapter and the next chapter. And it's like, no, my man, you are trying to save the world, okay? The world. You are the leader and are trying to be the leader of the free world. Your life is not going to be anything but compromises at this point unless you want to be a dictator and just always do things your way. So yes, this is fine, but maybe, just maybe during this wedding ceremony that you're doing to try to save the world, keep your objections to yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think it's pretty well established. The spirits, it's their way or the highway.
I think he does it because they just had this long-ass ride up the whole... They didn't say anything, right? They had the whole ride up the mountain.
Yeah.
They had lunch. They didn't say shit to anybody. So Richard said this whole time to be like, consent.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
yeah.
think they have my consent, they?
And honestly, I didn't quite think about that, but that makes a lot more sense if this was, I'm assuming, and I think like you said, probably a pretty quiet ride up the mountain.
At least from Richard and
I
Kahlan.
would imagine,
Drefan and Nadine.
They can't talk to each other.
Oh, yeah. They've
chit-chatting.
probably been chit-chatting, and I'm sure Leggy and his wives have been chit-chatting. But, yeah. Richard has had roughly an hour to 2 hours of a ride.
Yeah.
And has probably been doing what I say he needs to do more, trying to find the truth and critical think and all this. And I'm sure that's probably the result is he's like, wait, they said it had to be honest and true and whatever, integrity and a bunch of other really...
My free will.
It's
yeah,
like what
nice
we were talking about
keywords. And he's like, hold on.
Sorry to your sibling. You don't really mean it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to go through this wedding, but none of my vows are sincere.
Yeah.
So is this a legit wedding if you know that none of my vows are sincere? Yeah, makes sense. I mean,
It might be.
Right.
Is it of my free will? I am being forced. I mean, I know I'm choosing it, but I am being forced. So.
Yeah. You had to make a choice, so technically, like the spirits clarify, hey, this is of your free will.
Yeah,
you did choose
We're not
to do this.
making you do it. But
we
we
just gave you two shitty options, and you picked one.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. I feel a little bit better about it. I still think I'm a little upset.
But yeah, that's what Leggy is just like. Basically, you want to save lives? This is how you do it. So, duh, you're doing it.
This is literally the only way.
Yeah. You guys can run off. That's fine, but it's not going to work. Kahlan asked if she could have a private conversation with Richard, which I assumed would be like off the table for sure.
Yeah, they're not letting them talk to each other, or
they couldn't
like,
hug.
Yeah, they couldn't even
and friends hug.
Yeah, like, let's go do a quick bone over here behind this behind this thing. It'd be all negated.
Comes running back. Not a virgin, not a virgin. Congratulations, me.
So they're given permission to do it, but during it, Richard expresses that he has an inability to find another solution. Obviously, he just tried to yell about his consent a second ago, being the whole thing.
Well, and I got to imagine it's hard to figure out solutions to stuff when you weren't given all the information in like a timely manner and could have had time to think about this.
I feel like you're still not given all the information right at this moment either.
No.
As we find out here in just a hot second.
I'm specifically referring to the fact that Kahlan was hiding information from him up until roughly an hour ago, right before they started this ride. So maybe he could have figured it out if you wouldn't have kept secrets, Kahlan. Children.
But I did sympathize a little bit because Kahlan runs, like, the whole reason she wants to talk to him at this point is because she literally asks him again, is there anything that you could think of?
Right.
Which she just asked him like 2 hours ago, and he had no, like, anything change?
Yeah.
Did you think of anything? And he's like, no, but I do, like, sympathize with that, like, okay, it's 0 hour. This is the moment when all the movies...
Oh, yeah. This is mostly panic and emotion at this point. But, logic's kind of out the window.
Yeah, but like in the movies, you have like a fairy godmother or, the kind old man down the street comes and saves the day and this is the time. Where's the big thing? And a lot of the other types of shows and books and movies that we enjoy, this is the moment in those movies where Zed would show up.
Yeah.
and help fight the spirits somehow, or convince them that no, Richard and Kahlan can get married and everything's fine, and
We'll figure out another
I'm the
way.
first wizard, so technically if we do this, everything's cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't happen. So I
Yeah.
mean, I get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
but-
It's I don't like it, but I get it.
Yeah. It's annoying, but I get it.
Yeah.
So Kahlan does acknowledge that the spirits interference, they're the ones that are doing this, but she emphasizes the importance of preventing Jagang's victory. She's like, hey, we got to do this no matter what, because otherwise people are going to fucking die.
Mhm.
Right.
And Richard and Kahlan both agree that they're going to do this fucking wedding bullshit that they don't want to do.
They're agreed to do it for other people. They
Now-
know that neither one of them wants to go through with this. They're not doing it for themselves. They're literally saying, let's bite the bullet for the world.
She also did ask, hey, we can't, like, sometimes, like, sneak off, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't answer. And she takes that as an answer. And I'm like, maybe not, though. Like, you never know.
Well, it'd be nice if Richard was thinking something right now. It would be nice if he shared it. Maybe
If you had any ideas?
Yeah, maybe don't keep potential plan ideas a secret, Richard, and I'm sure that won't come up again in this chapter.
We've learned several times now in this book. Just don't do the secrets thing. Just be transparent.
Yeah.
Secrets are no fun. Okay, so Kara interrupts this lovely little moment between the two of them right before they get to have another hug that's secret. And Richard expresses his desire for revenge on the spirits. He's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. I don't care if you're dead already or not. And
I'm gonna
despite
bring you back to life and then kill you again.
Yeah.
And then bring you back to life and then kill you again.
Kara, despite Richard's anger, explains that the winds are trying to prevent death. They're not trying to piss him off.
Yeah.
They aren't doing this just to hurt him. But Richard doesn't really give a shit. He
Well,
just-
then pick something fucking else.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah.
Well, and again, it's kind of like what we were talking about last chapter, where Richard was like starting to express anger and stuff at Kara, and it's like Richard. It's not Kara. It's the spirits talking through Kara.
Yeah.
And it's like now Richard is angry at the spirits in the temple, and it's like, dude, hey, we get it, you're mad, but something was stolen from us. We are now trying to help you.
Yeah.
How are we the bad guys?
Like, I'm literally a sentient temple. I really don't give a shit if everyone dies. I'm trying to do a nice thing, but okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
and again, I
Buildings
get it.
can't catch the plague. Hello.
I get it. Richard's upset. I get that. But buddy, you are the leader of a whole empire. You have to start thinking of the whole empire, which they do just a second ago when they said, yeah, this is for the greater good. Let's get married to people we don't like. And then he immediately starts spitting back in their face after going, yep, this is for the greater good. We got to do it. But fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
God, I have so many conflicted feelings right now.
He's just mad because Kahlan has to marry Drefan.
Yeah, and something I don't know if we brought it up before. If we did, I already forgot. But yeah, it's pointed out again, I think specifically in the next chapter, why it's so much worse that Kahlan has to marry Drefan.
Yeah.
I don't think we brought that up, and I did not connect it until I heard it in the chat. I'm like, oh, fuck, yep, didn't pick up on that extra layer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's not great.
Yeah, it's not great.
But also, I just... Richard wasn't...
She's so frustrated.
Richard was upset that he had to marry Nadine, right?
Yes.
He was like, I don't want to do that, but he wasn't really pissed
Right.
until the Kahlan thing. So he was like,
Right.
like he doesn't even really care that he has to get married right now.
Yeah.
He just cares that Kahlan's gonna be hanging out with Drefan while he's off.
married to
Yeah.
one very specific
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he grabs her and they walk back to the stone circle. They're holding hands. He does like defy a little bit. He's like, we're holding hands, bitches. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That will forever be what the Dewey Cox song was about. Hold your hand.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, bitching about Richard playing under protest, I did kind of like this. Like, it was like, okay. Come on, Kahlan.
You and me,
Yeah.
babe.
Yeah. I will escort you back, because that's what friends do, spirits.
Best friends.
Friends can hug and hold hands.
God damn it.
What is the guy from... Fuck, I'm just thinking of movies now. Is it Billy Madison, or no, Happy Gilmore, when he's in the hockey rink and he's like, what? Friends can listen to Endless Love in the Dark.
That's Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I fucking love it. You know Richard's got a bow and arrow somewhere. He's like, check it out. If I make this shot, you got to kiss me.
Yeah.
So they stand back beside their chosen partners. And Kahlan decides at this point she's going to focus all of her thoughts on Richard, hoping to pass him the strength for his upcoming task at the Temple of the Winds. And do you know what I think is going to give us the strength to go on for the rest of this chapter?
What's that?
A beer break.
Hell yeah. Time for the beer break.
Yeah.
There. Oh, that was a good one.
That was crisp.
That was a good. You got to get behind the mic
Crisp.
guard
Yeah.
to get it right up in there.
I did, and I immediately was like, that's getting a liquid on the mic,
Yeah.
which maybe
yeah.
isn't good,
Yeah,
but
the microphone is now wet, but that's
I
fine.
think we saved that clip. Maybe we just put that one in from now on.
I think that might be the
that
one.
was good.
So you're going to listen to week 4
Ooh, yeah,
of the
that's right.
Donut and Beer Festival. So
Yeah.
I don't remember what that sounds like. So good luck. I hope it's going to sound great.
I don't think we're drunk yet at the Donut and
We
Beer Festival.
are
on
having a
4.
good time for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh.
I think it's number 3 that they're going to listen to.
We're not sober,
No,
but
there
we're not
was-
drunk.
There was 7, and so the
Okay.
next 2 after this, it starts to show, and then the last one is, well, just insane. Our patrons will hear that one for sure.
Yeah, that's one where it's a bit more on the embarrassing side,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was not our best moment.
we're not sure if we want that one out in the open, shall we say. But yeah, hopefully we aren't too drunk, and we'll be back right after the Beer and Donut Festival and words from our sponsors.
Woo!
Alrighty, we are once again checking in from the 2023 Donut and Beer Festival. Hey, you know what, guys? Donut worry. Beer happy, okay?
Beer happy.
Yeah. So I'm going to start this beer break off. I have a Fall Drift Cinnamon Sugar Farm Fresh Hard Cider from Soil and Friends. In this cider, where is this? Oh no, it doesn't say where it is in Michigan, but it is in Michigan because they have a picture of Michigan on the can, so I feel comfortable saying that. This little description they have on here is consider this an invitation to have peace of mind and to pour this cold cider for the deliciousness of fall and the love of our farmers and cider makers. In times of indifference and uncertainty, there is no doubt we all agree that this fall drift is perfect for all, which I believe we did not find to be the case in drinking this cider. We did think it could have been a little bit better. So I do think it's very good. And on its own, I am rating it, I'm putting it at a 6.5. The cinnamon is it's a little more cinnamony than sugary. And I'm pairing it with a pumpkin donut, as Jade pointed out. I was hoping it would go together better, but the pumpkin plus the cinnamon sugar just didn't quite complement each other great, but it's still above a 5. We're at a solid 6.5, borderline 7 with this, so it's still very, very good. And I believe now I'm going to hand it over to Naderoo.
Thank you, sir. I am having Blue Barb from Puck's Cider. We were just happy once we saw the sign. We knew we had to try it. Blue Barb is a blend of dessert apple varieties. It's a slightly sweet cider, which is very true because it is certainly tart. With a blend of blueberry and rhubarb, which I enjoy very much. I think I was saying that pretty much anything that has a fruit kind of flavor to it is going to score a little higher with me because I do like sweet things very, very much. Now this doesn't have the percentage, or maybe I can zoom in yes, it is 6.5%, but it is not bitter at all. The tartness fills it out quite a bit, and I enjoy it very much. I am also just finishing up my second pumpkin spice donut from Peace, Love, and Little Donuts. And it does not pair well with this, really. It's not bad, but it wasn't meant to be either. So I'm still going to rate the donuts as fucking awesome.
Oh, hi. So I am drinking Sweetwater Street beer. It is coffee donut porter from One Well Brewing, and it is delicious. I think it is just amazing. It's 7.1%, and I'm having a great time drinking it. It has dark coffee and nutmeg flavor notes, and it's just really good, and it's smooth drinking, and I think it's one of the better coffee porters that I've had before. So I think we may have to travel down to One Well Brewing, and the art for it is a cute little bear who's reading his newspaper, and I just am a sucker for that. So I enjoy this. I'm gonna keep drinking it, and we'll see you guys back right after this. Hey, nice to see y'all back here. I'm really glad that y'all found your way back. Okay, so Leggy, the ceremony progresses, and Leggy asks Kahlan if she swears to honor and obey Drefan. Kahlan, driven by her duty to stop the plague, swears to fulfill the required obligations, but pledges her heart to Richard in her mind.
Yeah.
But she also is like real demand. She's like, is this what I have to do? I'm not going to say yes. I only will do what I am required to do for the thing.
Will do the absolute bare minimum,
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
This is where I started getting really frustrated when I was listening to it for the first time. Because I'm like, guys, I think the spirits know you're not doing this because you want to.
Yeah.
Do we have to tell them that and remind them every single time? And also, Kahlan wasn't even listening to like what was going on in the ceremony.
No.
Like it comes back and she's like, oh shit, I wonder what Drefan agreed to do. Kahlan, this might not be the wedding you want.
But it is.
Maybe we should pay attention when
Yeah.
you're getting fucking married, though.
Literally everybody else's life depends on this. Maybe
Yeah.
focus up.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
a little.
Well, especially
just a hair. I get it.
in
You're
these
upset.
times,
Yeah.
because your husband is probably, I mean, depending on how this is, he might have some rights.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
gonna
What
be
if
great.
what Drefan agreed to was, and do you, Drefan, agreed to pretty much do whatever you want? And then he was like, fuck yeah. And then Kahlan agreed to obeying and serving no matter what.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a legitimate thing to bring up if you want to discuss how these vows are working out. But guess what? You don't know what the vows are now.
She doesn't even care. She's like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm
Again-
only doing what I have to do.
I get it. It's been a real rough 24 to 48 hours for these people. Specifically Richard and Kahlan. Not so much Drefan and Nadine.
Yeah.
Or the spirits or Leggy or, well, Kara. It's been rough for her.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's a rough time. But let's focus up. You are, both of you, Richard and Kahlan, are leaders of an entire empire. You need to focus. Kahlan, you even talk later, either in this chapter or the next one, how you have literally been, for lack of a better term, groomed for this shit.
Yeah.
You have been taught that you need to be a leader, you need to accept duty, put that confessor's face on, and focus the fuck up, please.
Yeah, we never hear that phrase in this. In this
Focus
little
up?
area. No.
Focus the fuck
That
up.
she's putting on her confessor's face and just, like, doing it.
Yeah.
Paying attention. Like, she should, like you said, she has been trained to this. Like, she was going to have to do this eventually.
Yeah.
Until, like, a year ago. So, like, it's sad. It is.
Yeah. And
But
again-
to save everybody in the world, but her and Richard have a very toxic relationship. She was just like she was willing in the last chapter.
yeah.
If Richard was unable to accept her marriage, like it doesn't even matter. She didn't even say her and Nadine, like Nadine and Richard, were still probably going to get married. But she was like, "I won't do this if you say you don't want me to."
Yeah. Yeah. Just tell me, say the word. I'm out.
Even though Kahlan's whole life has been about serving the people, she was willing to throw all that away.
And I get it. They've been through a lot, but at the same time, they are not average people. They are leaders. Kahlan is the mother confessor. She is the leader.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
she's the mother. Among other titles, queen. She's a queen of some place.
Yeah.
The shitting place, I believe.
Yeah.
Like
Kelton.
Kelton, thank you.
Yep.
Like, please just
Oh, we're
recognize the importance of this and focus up.
Yeah.
I digress. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Kahlan experiences sudden pain after she pledges to vow to respect and do all the shit for Drefan, but
All
in
the
her
shit.
heart it's for Richard. She feels a sudden pain in her, like inside of her body, and she collapses, like writhing. It's a whole fucking thing. It's really intense. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she collapses. It looks like she's
Yeah.
going to die. You don't know what's happening.
After the pronounced husband and wife, the leggy and Kara tell them that Kahlan's magic has been walled off by the spirits for the duration of her marriage to Drefan, to prevent interference, because she has to be a wife to Drefan in every sense of the word.
Speaking of interference, Puck, what are you doing?
Hey, bud.
Distracting all of us.
Hey, bud.
He just jumped from the thing the TV is sitting on, which is a good 3 feet above our heads right now.
Yeah.
And
Onto the table that a lot of important
now he's
stuff
getting
is
after
on.
the snacks.
Like
Hey, buddy.
food. Puck.
Hello,
Hey, buddy.
Anyways.
All right. Yes.
Yeah, so the spirits did not inform her that her magic had to be walled away for the duration of her, not even
Yeah,
like,
this was not part of the deal.
it's not just for Drefan either, like it's gone for right now.
Yeah, that's what
essentially.
I thought at first. Like on the first listen, I thought it was just that her powers like wouldn't work on Drefan, and that's what she was feeling, is like she has temporarily lost her powers because of what we find out later is about to happen. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that makes sense. She can't have her powers for this. But then, yeah, I listened to it again, and it's like, no, it's gone for good, apparently. And, hey, spirits, what the fuck?
Which, real quick, political implications of the
Yeah.
spirits, guys. Like,
yeah.
she is no longer the Mother Confessor. Richard is now married to another woman.
Uh-huh.
Their marriage is what created this empire. Like, Richard is
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
empire, or the emperor, but, like, a lot of people only trust him because he's with Kahlan, and they only trust Kahlan because of her power.
Because she's a confessor,
Yeah.
right?
So...
Yeah, she's the Mother Confessor, and she's been good to the
Yeah.
Midlands for the most part.
This
so,
fucks everything up.
yeah, I didn't
It's
even
crazy.
think of that.
Yeah.
I am a whole new level of upset now.
It was. We were talking about it earlier. We were right over there on the couch, and in just the middle of one thought, I was just like, wait, this is like political shit too. And then it took Jade and I like another 20 minutes to get back on track to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
It certainly
this is
feels
huge.
like Richard and Kahlan, and maybe Terry, tend to forget just how important Richard and Kahlan are to the world. And I'm going to keep saying it like that because I think importance needs to be placed on the word right now. Focus up, people.
There is no H in world. But
I said I digressed earlier, and I went back to it. I digress.
Okay. Well, Richard's not happy at this nude.
he's not happy with his nude.
At this news.
Nah, it's all grainy and unappealing.
God damn it, Nate.
I'm the one who's supposed to derail the podcast, not you. Focus up. Nate, you are in charge of a whole podcast network. Focus the fuck up.
Richard protests at this news. Okay? He fears that Kahlan's going to be defenseless, which she will, without her power. And Leggy, Richie, and Leggy
Rishi.
and Kara. This is why we go to the nicknames, because Jade's not good at the names. Insist that the binding is necessary for Kahlan to fulfill her vows and help the winds. She got fucked. So,
Yeah, she's got to do it. Which is, it's really crazy to me that they can just be like, boop, and scoop out the power when, look, I get they're the spirits, but people had to die. Like, okay, we haven't read the book yet, Aaron, but Magdasirus, the first confessor, is like all about her becoming a confessor.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we know the cost that has to go into creating people like this. And then the spirits can just be like,
yoink, bloop.
yeah.
Well-
when if we're in this close communication with the spirits, by the way, why couldn't we just been like, hey, could we get like a person that does like a super specific thing? Could you just put that in someone? So like
Oh.
a lot of people don't have to die to make that happen. You know what I mean?
But like, but also, why couldn't you just make Drefan immune? Like, Richard has immunity. I get it. It's all magic he loves. It's 'cause he loves her so much. But couldn't you just give Drefan some type of, like, immunity spell? Bullshit.
Yeah. Just boop him on the nose and be
Yeah,
like, bam,
boop.
not confessable.
Hey, for
Not
the
gonna-
next
yeah.
for the next 24 hours, bud, you're gonna be confession
No,
free.
see, they gotta do it forever, though, because if she gets, like, fucking, but also, even if she doesn't agree to fuck him, they don't want her to be able to confess him, because that negates the rules of this marriage.
Because then it's not Drefan.
Then maybe they should have thought about that
Yeah.
before they made the mother confessor marry someone.
Perhaps they should have chosen someone else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, I think it comes down to, though, it doesn't matter who she was. It would have been anybody that Richard loved.
Yeah.
It just happened to be the mother confessor. That's why they don't think about these political
No.
ramifications.
Because they don't care.
Which is
Spirits-
bullshit.
Spirits.
But
Well, we do have
yeah.
to be
I know,
reminded. I
know.
think.
That's why I said it.
No. I'm just saying. I think we have to be reminded that we are told that this is not just the good spirits.
Yeah.
Like the bad
Right.
spirits are there, and I think we definitely can see when the bad spirits get to put a little bit extra on their side
Yeah,
in, where they're
little
like,
stank.
"Hey, by the way,
little spice.
take away Kahlan's powers."
Yeah. So
Okay.
Nadine and Richard are also pronounced husband and wife. Oh yay!
Yay!
With similar
Cheers.
traditions.
Cheers.
No, we're not gonna do
Uh,
All right. Well, I'm gonna drink anyway.
that. Yeah,
oh,
it's
yeah, we're drinking for sure.
fine. Well, Drefan supports Kahlan and helps her sit on a bench nearby because, you know, she's in pain. Leggy announces that they are about to consummate the marriages.
That's right.
And Richard about loses his goddamn mind before Dref whispers something in his ear. And I just really wish that we got to know what that was.
To know what that was? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think he said?
Because it calms
Like-
him down.
Yeah, it makes him feel yeah, because in my mind, anything that Drefan said, as much as, hey, Richard, boom, punch right in the fucking mouth. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Trying to
you are not
patronize me right
friends
now?
right now.
Are you trying
You're
to
the
patronize
enemy.
me? Yeah, no.
Well,
It's not his fault necessarily, but still.
at this point, I think Richard and Drefan are on good terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, for the most part, like, I mean, Richard and Drefan were okay, and then this news came about. It
Yes.
could just be Drefan reminding Richard, like, hey, man, I know this sucks. Do your duty. But maybe he's also whispering, I have an idea. Maybe Drefan has an idea and is like, hey, Richard, just go along with it for now. I think I've found something. Like,
Could be.
maybe.
The only other thing
Trying to play devil's advocate because
Yeah.
I got a lot of pent up negative energy. And if you guys start getting negative, this is going to go to a bad place.
The only other thing I could see Drefan saying is something to the effect of, hey, like, I didn't want this either. Nobody wants this. This isn't happening against you. It's happening to all of us.
What if, and this is coming from me, with me thinking that Drefan is also the mysterious man, what if he apologized to Richard right then?
We already know that he is.
We don't know that he is.
Well, I know, but
we
there's
know that
very...
he got cut on his arm in the
Yes.
same, roughly, probably the same place.
Yes.
But what if
Yeah.
Drefan just got up to Richard and just said, I'm so sorry.
Mm.
What if that's what calmed Richard down? Where he's like, you know what? You're right. This is not Drefan's fault.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be.
Just-
He's
just
just
throwing
being
it out there.
aware of his brother at that point.
Just
Okay.
but also, everyone's a fucking child. I'm not happy with anyone.
Okay, fine. But, Nate,
Yes.
if the person that
I feel like
you
this
were
has
about,
an edge on it already.
If you were about to... I'm just wondering.
No,
like,
I'm with you. Go for
if the
it.
person that you wanted to marry, right before, like, you were just about to marry them, you haven't been able to fuck them yet in real life because everyone keeps being like, gotta marry him first, and shit keeps happening because Plague can't go marry him, so this keeps getting pushed off, and now all of a sudden they're fucking marrying your brother, and everyone's like, you're gonna go fuck now. Would even if he walked up to Apollo, I'm just wondering the mindset that you think that you would have if you're standing there and your brother just married your fiance, the love of your life, and they're about to go fuck in a shack next to you. And he comes up to whisper something in your ear. No matter what, if it's I'm sorry, if it's whatever, I have a plan, whatever.
Honest answer?
Yeah.
I kill my brother.
Okay, now
Look,
what if...
I know that's my id side coming out. Excuse me, but that's what I would be picturing.
You wouldn't immediately calm down. You'd at least have a couple loud words, right? You'd be like, oh, fuck you. You don't get to come over here.
Yeah, no, I can't really say what exactly I would do, but I do know for certain that I would be a big ball of emotion, and everything I did would probably be very dramatic or very violent.
I'm just wondering, because I know
and
that...
I would not be thinking logically at all.
Well, you got to remember, though, it's not you and Nate right now as you are. Nate's also the leader of an entire country. So he also needs to be factoring that in.
No, he should be. He should be, okay? But in the exact okay.
I get it.
I get
what you're going
he
for.
Kill his brother, right?
Yes.
But your initial reaction to having that person come over to try and calm you, you'd be like...
Not the person I want to fucking hear from right now.
Yeah. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. You're going to touch her. Don't you touch me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I have to play devil's advocate, because if all three of us go down the negative rabbit hole,
yeah,
we're not coming back.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
We're not coming back.
Feel. We're going to go. Or keep going. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Richard and Drefan, Leggy, and Kara are led away to another location. They all take off. So Kahlan and Nadine are left waiting on a stone bench in the growing darkness. How they got on a stone bench together? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, they were on opposite benches.
I think Nadine comes and sits by her.
Yeah, Nadine comes to sit by Kahlan.
Immediate move? Stand
Power
up
move.
and walk away. I
Yeah.
went,
Yeah, it's a power move for sure.
We are not. No. Go away.
That's one of those times where she walks and sits proper. I could imagine she's trying to be as graceful as possible in front of Kahlan to look, before I didn't represent a threat, even though I kind of represented a threat.
Yeah.
Now I actually do.
But
so the air is different.
So at first she sits down. And Nadine expresses her intentions to please Richard and to prove herself as a worthy wife. And it's like pretending to be kind at first, right? It almost seems as if she's trying to help a wound at first. She's like, hey, I know it's bad, but I'm going to be really good to him. And Nadine's like, Kahlan's like, I want to hear it. I already know. We already talked. I don't care. I don't want to hear it.
Same as Richard. I don't want to hear from you right now.
Right.
Yeah, I want to talk to him.
And at that point,
not you, Nadine.
At this point, the mask falls.
Yes.
She drops it. She stomps on it.
Hold on, because I hate everyone right now. She drops the mask after Kahlan takes this nice attempt by Nadine. And again, I hate Nadine right now, so this is not me defending Nadine. I'm just not going to defend Kahlan here either. Nadine tried to extend an olive branch, whether it's wanted or not, all that. And then Kahlan, instead of being the bigger person, because she's the motherfucking confessor and has dealt with much worse things before, well, arguably maybe not, but she goes, Nadine, thanks, but fuck off. And then Nadine starts dropping the mask. To which I say,
true.
I agree with you.
Kahlan took a shot. That's true.
As soon as Nadine sat down, Kahlan should have got up and walked away.
Yeah.
Be the bigger person, walk away.
But to, I don't like to defend Kahlan either, but to her defense, she's like, hey, we already had this, I specifically had this conversation with you.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago, so I wouldn't have to do it right now.
I think Nadine was fucked for coming up to her, and I think Kahlan was fucked for responding. Just sit there in silence.
Well, then Nadine becomes a raging fucking bitch.
Agreed.
And is like, oh, I'm going to make his head spin. He's going to fuck me in the ass. It's going to be amazing.
I'm going to let him do butt stuff.
You don't even know. You don't even know what we're going to do over there.
Holy shit.
I think we read different versions of the book.
I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
I don't remember butt stuff.
I'm pretty sure she said it. It felt like she said it pretty explicitly to me. I don't know about you.
No, we remember page 437, line 63, right there.
Words 9 through 14.
Nadine, I'm gonna let him do butt stuff.
I'm gonna show him things no other woman can show him how to do. She's laying it on thick.
Flight to the... Never mind.
Yeah.
Of course, she also... I want to point out, she's laid this in here with like a compliment sandwich, but when she first sat down...
Oh, yeah.
She made the comment that, I guess you're gonna be like a normal woman now, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, oh, yeah. She tried to, like, apologize and be like, I'm so sorry they did that. I didn't know that was going to happen. I guess you're just a regular woman now.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, but she came in there, like... doing little jabbies.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
you can't, like, specifically be like, she was being a bitch right here because she said it in a night, like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. But actually, she's a cunt. So, okay. That's how that went.
Hey, calls him like she sees him.
So, the Leggy and Kara return, and Leggy, scared of the storm, it's coming, is like, hey, me and my wife's gotta dip out. We
This
gotta
is
go.
the halfway between animals and people thing. They're
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
they can
yeah,
talk and
that
stuff,
is-
but
good
also
point.
thunder,
Didn't
and they are
even think
fucking
about
out of
that.
here.
They are like humanoid creatures, and you know what they remind me of? I forgot to mention this before. They're like the little Jawas on Star Wars.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
They like shiny things, and they collect things, and they don't have to be of value. And some of them are, but some of them aren't, and they're weird, kind
Just
of.
shiny in general.
Okay, but they're like, hey, we gotta get the fuck out of here because it's scary. We don't like the storm. So they go. They're like, Kara, you can handle it, right? You got the magic thing. We're all good. Whatever. She's like, yeah, totally. Got it. Bye. So Kara wants the two women to go with her, but Colin hesitates, mentioning her ongoing menstrual cycle.
That's right.
She's like, hey, can't do it. Can't fuck.
Can't do
Got
the
the period
consummation.
thing. Nobody likes that, right? No, just kidding.
No, I don't agree with
She
you, Jade.
said it.
No,
I
me
don't
either.
agree
She
with you.
said it. We're gonna move past it right now.
Hey, maybe we'll bring that up on the side quest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there might be a small after school
A blurb?
special with Jade and
No, I don't like that. We're gonna keep going. Anyways, Kara insists that Kahlan can participate and she must to stop the plague. So she's like, it's going to happen.
Yeah, this is happening.
You could still have things in there. It's fine.
functionally, you still work.
Yeah,
Okay,
there is nothing wrong with
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can totally,
Yeah.
it's not a reason
Yeah,
to
it's
not
fine.
have sex.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Kara leads Kahlan and Nadine to the separate buildings near the edge of a cliff, and they wait for further instructions. Inside the room, once they get there, Kahlan notes Dref's sword sitting there. She touches the hilt and thinks of using it on herself afterwards if things, when things are over.
grab it
'cause
now.
It's not being great.
yeah.
I was totally into marry him, but then he died.
Hey,
Kahlan needs to play Marry Fuck Kill with Drefan, right? Except all the same person instead of 3 different people.
all right, Dref.
Marry him, fuck him, kill him. Your part in this is done. And hey, I was a faithful wife. I didn't stab him. He fell onto my sword.
You think that's a good
he
plan
fell
right
onto
now?
my sword 7 times. Believe it or not, it was brutal.
Hey, the other thing to remember here, guys, is that even if the sword plan doesn't work, there is always the cliff.
Yeah.
There's
always-
yeah. That's
There's
very
always the cliff.
Kara instructs Kahlan and Drefan that they must consummate their marriage without speaking. Once the temple comes, and they're gonna know when the temple comes, only then can they speak.
I kind of. What do
Nope.
you have to say, Aaron?
Nope, I digress.
Kahlan and Kara helps Kahlan get out of all her clothes. She makes her totally naked, and she's guided naked to the edge of the pallet bed, and then pushed onto her knees and shown where it is, where Drefan awaits. It's
Well,
like a
because
really,
apparently it's pitch fucking black.
Can't see
Yeah,
anything.
can't see anything.
Apparently, somehow we are in a building with windows, but they're not.
The moon is obscured by the clouds, my dude.
Right, but we're in a building. Is there curtains? This is just an open window.
Open window, but outside there's black clouds over the moon.
I get
There's
it.
no light.
I get it.
No
I get
light,
it.
my dude.
I get it. But eventually, for the most part, human eyes adjust to darkness. So if there's even just a little bit of light,
No, not in here.
after some time,
Nope, not in here.
Nope.
there's
not
a good
in here.
chance
Not
that
in here.
maybe you might be able to see
Catch a little glimpse.
everything going on.
Oh, it's weird because she knows what things are. She's not like, oh my God, which part of the body is it?"
Did you?
in the next chapter. So yeah, I guess to a certain extent, that's true.
When she puts her hand on his thigh and she's like, "Oh my God!"
What is that?
Is it too late to back out?
I knew his pants were tight, but holy shit!
That's some optical illusion shit right there.
my God!
Oh my God.
Oh,
Fuck!
boy, this really brings a new term to a new meaning to the phrase "third leg."
Jeez. Okay. Kara leaves. Kahlan's on her knees alone in the pitch dark with Drefan, and that's where we're left. In the pitch dark.
Yeah.
Pitch dark, Aaron. She can't see shit.
Yeah, she's alone with Drefan, and they have to fucking do it.
They're gonna do it.
They gotta do
If
the
you look
sex.
over there, they're doing it.
Like the pilot. Take a look out of your left side window there. Oh my
But-
God, they're doing it.
But they're doing it because they have to,
Right.
not because they're choosing to. They're doing it because
Correct.
they have to. Everyone is agreed that all the 4 people. Well, okay, that's a lie. 2 of the people are doing it because they want to.
It could be. Yeah.
Most likely, Drefan and Nadine.
Yeah,
They're most
we feel
likely.
like Nadine probably wants to.
You know what? We can't- you know what?
Dreffin's pointed it out as well.
He knows
Dreffin's-
that
You know
she's
what?
pretty.
Yeah.
Right? He said that.
Yeah.
We know he's not like hating life right now, though. Most
And
likely.
we also know that Dref's a ladies' man
Yeah.
That's true.
to the point where
That's
he's been
true.
described as creepy. So Dref is probably putting on a good face.
Yeah.
But Dref is DTF.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nadine, DTF. But Richard and Kahlan,
Not loving
they're only doing it because they have to.
it. Right.
Only because they have to.
Kahlan, listen. Okay, the
I
first
digress.
time, for sure. Also, Kahlan's situation is strange this first time because it's
Her
she-
first time?
yeah. My point is that she is consenting to it,
Yes.
but
Under protest.
it's under protest.
Yeah.
It feels very
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Well, I think we describe that, or I think we get into that right at the beginning of the next chapter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we'll go
Yep.
into more the
Yeah.
consent but not really thing.
Yeah.
And I just know I cannot wait to share. I cannot wait to share more of my truth.
Do you have thoughts?
Yes, I have thoughts. I have more truths that I would like to talk about, but now is not the time.
Aaron, the next chapter, which we will get into, chapter 58, next week, is one of the chapters that the entire fandom remembers and talks about frequently.
I can't imagine why.
No?
No. Can't imagine.
Yeah, it's a big
why.
one.
Yeah.
But we will get into that next week. Now you have all had a chance to hear our truth, but we want to hear yours, right? This is a couple really fucked up chapters, and we want to know what you guys think about it. If you wanted to let us know what you thought about this chapter or this episode, let us know how we're doing. You can write in your journey books to podcastatt@gmail.com.
Maybe not that aggressively.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
that
you know.
felt aggressive. Well, as long as the aggression is not to us. If you want to write aggressively about the chapter and then send it to, that's cool. But just
It was intense, not aggressive.
don't.
That was a strongly lettered
yeah.
word.
Just don't be like
Strongly worded letter.
don't be like our main characters here and misplace where that aggression is supposed to go.
Yeah.
We love you guys. And
Pent up energy.
And we would love to hear from you.
You can also check us out on all of our social medias. And if you really enjoyed this episode or the show, are you going to do that every time now? I don't know. It might actually be appropriate for the next chapter. You can get a hold of us on patreon.com/podcastatt and make a pledge of any amount.
Do you not have fun with this?
I
enjoy it.
I have feelings. Thank you all very, very much for listening, and we will see you real soon.
Bye.
Love you guys. Thank you. And I'm sorry if I was negative, but there's more in store. And I'm sorry.